Gleylancer review. Like and subscribe for more. Right, your father and his ship, spaceship that is, has been swiped, and therefore, as usual, it's up to you and your ship to get them back. And so we enter a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up, although, as you find out later in the game, it's not entirely exclusive to just going in one direction sideways, which was a nice surprise and pretty cool too. The game, as you can see, gives off a really nice retro style feel to it, with plenty of enemies. Weapons are kind of like normal, plus you get these orbs as well. And these can be set up in kind of different ways so that they either follow you, spin round and do different things. These standard controls are pretty decent, I suppose, but I found myself not even using the normal fire button and all, which activates these orbs doing their special thing. I ended up using the two sticks. One of the sticks to control which way you're actually going to fly, forward, backwards, up, down on the screen. And the other one, pushing forward, can actually fire those like orbs in kind of like any direction that you actually want. So if there's enemies behind you, you can shoot at them in, well, that direction. And I kind of like found this a much easier and better method for controlling the actual ship's weapons. Orbs are actually augmented as you go along. You can pick up like power-ups to get like lasers or bigger, thicker shots and things like that. And another really cool aspect of the game is the fact that you can speed up your ship or slow it down by activating the thrusters. And this was actually brilliant because I always played the game like slightly sped up or fully sped up, which kind of like didn't make it easier, but it made it damn sight faster. And to me, much more enjoyable when you see the actual ship flipping around the screen. And as another little side note, you can even reverse time, which I, well, basically used once and that was it. The gameplay, however, I found intense at times, and for me, quite hard. And from times, so much going on the actual screen, it was hard to see what's going, well, on. And yes, it did result in a few deaths, which I kind of like counted as not really my fault. Added to this, some of the enemy shots, their bullets if you like, are so small you can barely see them, and yeah, that resulted in a couple of like deaths as well, where I don't know, is it fair, is it unfair? I'm not quite sure, but it blooming well made me concentrate a lot more on the actual screen and what's going on around you, let's put it that way. I like the settings, the fact that you're not just stuck out in space, you can also go to planets, and there's like planets where you get, you know, little bits of water, and you can dive underneath if you like, and, you know, shoot enemies in there as well. And other places that are kind of like caves and things like that. I did enjoy the differences in actual settings, and it kind of helped to, you know, build gameplay and make each level feel different from the last. Sadly though, there are bosses in this game, and most of them I got to and just destroyed them straight away. I don't know what was wrong with them. They looked alright and everything, it just didn't feel like they were a challenge of the most part at the beginning of the game. I got to them, destroyed them and moved on. The sound was definitely retro, and yeah, it kind of like built that feeling for you, and you know, what more can I say? Not really much. It definitely did what you needed to do. The good. Nice retro feel, great weapons and upgrades, intense at times gameplay. The bad. For me and my concentration, there was way too much going on at times, and those bullets definitely were too small. I found I didn't use some of the mechanics at all, and for me that's all I can go by, so I felt they were kind of like wasted and kind of not really needed. Bosses also I felt rather easy. It's also not an incredibly long game. And as for that score, well, I'm going to give it a 3+ out of 5. I did enjoy this game. It was fun, different, and had some quite good ideas. And for the price, it's not bad value, considering, yes, it might take you an hour or two if you're really good at these, but if you're not like myself, it'll probably take you a lot longer. And as for my alternative, well, it probably isn't any surprise to most people, but I'm going to suggest R-Type because, well, to me it's one of the best side-scrolling shooters there is. I grew up with this game, it's amazing. So once you've completed Gleylancer, maybe move on and take a look at this one. So, got any thoughts on Gleylancer? Leave them down in the comments, that's where they belong. And also wanna hit that like and subscribe button if you've enjoyed this video, or indeed any of my other videos, and come and join us in our community Discord. We need more people to come in, talk to us, engage. It's fun when we get along, because life is better when we switch together.